Across the galaxy, there was a tradition older than most civilizations. Whenever an imperial heir reached adulthood, they would choose a life partner. Not for love. Not for politics. But for destiny. The ancient laws claimed that the future ruler's choice would determine the fate of entire star systems. And today, Princess Lyra of the Celestial Empire was about to make hers. Billions watched from thousands of worlds. The grand arena floated above the capital planet. Alien kings, military commanders, scientists, nobles, all gathered to witness history. The candidates stood proudly beneath the palace spires. War heroes, genius inventors, planetary rulers. Every powerful species had sent their finest. Then, at the far edge of the crowd, stood one human. A nobody. A maintenance worker. A man named Ethan Cole. No titles. No wealth. No influence. Many didn't even know why he had been invited. Some believed it was a joke. Others thought the Empire wanted entertainment. The crowd laughed whenever cameras focused on him. Ethan simply stood quietly. Used to being ignored. Used to being underestimated. And then Princess Lyra began walking. Past the generals. Past the nobles. Past the heroes. Past the kings. The arena grew silent. No one understood. She stopped. Directly in front of Ethan. Then she spoke. Out of everyone here, I choose him. The galaxy exploded. For several seconds, nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Then the laughter began. Alien nobles mocked openly. News channels called it the greatest royal mistake in history. Political leaders questioned Lyra's sanity. Experts predicted disaster. How could a future empress choose a human mechanic? Humans weren't respected. Their civilization was small compared to galactic powers. Many species considered them primitive. Ethan became a galactic joke overnight. Memes spread across thousands of networks. Commentators mocked his appearance, his background, his job, everything. Yet Lyra never changed her decision. When advisors begged her to reconsider, she gave only one answer. You see what he is. I see what he can become. Nobody understood. Not even Ethan. Days later, Lyra invited Ethan into the deepest chamber beneath the royal palace. A place hidden from history itself. Inside stood an ancient machine. Older than the Empire. Older than recorded civilization. The machine activated the moment Ethan entered. Blue light flooded the chamber. Ancient symbols awakened. The AI guardian spoke. A voice silent for 10,000 years. Genetic signature confirmed. The room froze. Lyra stared. The guardian continued. Human subject identified. Descendant of the first Starwalkers. Ethan blinked. What does that mean? The AI answered. It means your ancestors built the original galactic gates. Silence. Every history book in existence claimed those creators had vanished forever. Yet one descendant still lived. And nobody had noticed. Until now. Far beyond known space. Something awakened. An ancient enemy. A machine civilization once defeated by the first Starwalkers. For thousands of years they had slept. Waiting. Watching. Searching. And now, the descendant had been found. Millions of red eyes opened across forgotten worlds. The machines began moving. Toward the Empire. Toward Ethan. Toward destiny. 3 months later, the machines attacked. Entire star systems disappeared overnight. Military fleets vanished. Defensive stations were destroyed. Panic spread through the galaxy. Empires that once mocked humanity suddenly faced extinction. The Imperial Council demanded answers. And the ancient AI gave one. The machines seek Ethan Cole. If he falls, the galaxy falls with him. For the first time, the laughter ended. Ethan refused to run. Instead, he trained. 4 months. Then years. The ancient AI taught him forgotten knowledge. Technology no civilization still possessed. Stargate engineering. Quantum warfare. Ancient navigation systems. The human mechanic slowly transformed into something extraordinary. Not because he was chosen. Because he earned it. Every failure made him stronger. Every lesson brought him closer to understanding his heritage. And Lyra remained beside him through it all. Together, they prepared for war. Then disaster struck. The machine armada reached the capital. Thousands of defense fleets fought bravely. Thousands failed. The sky turned red. Palace shields collapsed. Buildings crumbled. The empire seemed finished. Millions attempted evacuation. But there wasn't enough time. The Machine King descended. A being larger than mountains. A living weapon. Created to erase civilizations. And it had come personally. For Ethan. As destruction consumed the capital, Ethan entered the ancient gateway chamber. The Machine King followed. The final confrontation had begun. The AI revealed one final secret. The first Starwalkers had not vanished. They had transcended. Their consciousness remained hidden within the Galactic network. Waiting for a worthy heir. Waiting for Ethan. The gateway activated. And suddenly, millions of ancient minds awakened. Their knowledge flowed into him. The machines finally understood. The descendant wasn't merely surviving history. He was becoming it. The battle lasted 3 days. 3 days that would be remembered forever. Entire fleets followed Ethan's commands. Ancient gates reopened across the galaxy. Allied civilizations united. Humans. Aliens. Former enemies. Standing together. For the first time in history, the Machine Empire began falling. One world after another. One fleet after another. Until only the Machine King remained. The Machine King offered Ethan a deal. Join them. Rule forever. Become immortal. Save himself. Abandon everyone else. For a moment, the galaxy held its breath. Then Ethan smiled. And refused. Because true leaders don't choose power. They choose people. The final battle shook entire star systems. And when it ended, the Machine King was gone. Forever. Years later, children across the galaxy studied the story. Not of an emperor. Not of a conqueror. But of a human nobody. A mechanic. A man everyone laughed at. Until an alien princess saw what nobody else could. The empire transformed. Species united. Wars ended. Humanity rose among the stars. And whenever people asked Lyra why she chose Ethan, she always gave the same answer. Because greatness is easiest to see when nobody else is looking.